Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm just sharing the link on Twitter and my Telegram channel. So just give me a moment, then we can get started. All righty. Let me just share that screen. Okay. Right. So I am pretty much ready. Hi, Ramesh. Hi, Ram. Hi, Suni. Hi, Rohit. Hi, Suraj. Hi, Pradeep. Hi, Nancy. Welcome, Rohit, for the very first time. Hope you all had a good weekend with your family, and happy Gurpurab to all the community here. Hi, Deepak. Yes, I had a good and relaxing weekend, Deepak. Thank you very much for asking. Hi, Jami. Good evening. I hope those were my analysis, Jeremy. I hope they can be used by everybody and we can all work on it. See, my theory is the world is not ending tomorrow. I am not dying. Nobody is attacking the world. So we can still improve ourselves and can trade profitable in next few weeks, cover up all the losses, and be good profitable at the end of 2022. Last year I was closing in a good profit, but we can always do much better every year. Sat Shri Akal, Jess. Hi, Nagesh. No problems. So, hi, Krishna. So let me just start with my inside day. I also want to do an inside week scanner. Does anybody here has inside week? I need to check. Definitely high of today. I need to check. Hi Sagar, hi Shri, hi Sanjeev, happy Gurpurab. I also want to do a scan for inside week. Let me just we have a couple of minutes. Let me do some search on inside week. Let's check if we have inside week. I have the membership of this community. Let me see if I can use that. Inside weeks are really good. And if anybody has inside week strategy, do let me know. I don't know. Yes, that is fine. Uh, I want to change this, but right now I'm it's touching in the high of 1 and 2. I need to understand what's there for the weeks. So I need to fix that. I'm just giving a few minutes to it in between, if we can find something. Let me just check the logic. No, it's not there. Cannot fall. Days I have. How do I change the time frame here? Just you want to see I do this on the week. Okay, let me see. VIX has an inside week, Nasdaq has an inside week, gold has an inside week. Oh, it works. Yeah, got it. Got it. Thank you. All right, so first we have all these stickers where we have inside days. We have PayPal, ServiceNow, Moderna, Neo, Plug, TDoc, QS, Mara. These two don't even matter. Then let me do on the weekly. So on the stocks, it's not there. In my indexes, we have silver Nasdaq, meaning Nasdaq. We have NQ. Hi, Santosha, I'm doing good. And one more thing which I wanted to discuss with all of you is regarding the ES direction. Let me just go there and then at default, yes. So everybody's wondering that where we are heading. Okay, we are in this rejection mode from 4779. So this is really, really important. Like we still have 3 minutes. So I want to give 3 more minutes to more people to join in. Hi Nehal, hi Manoj, hi Francis, hi Hammer Time, happy Gurpurab. Hi Mihir, hi Deepak. I want to give a couple of more minutes. In between, if anybody also has any ticker in their mind, do let me know, because I also want to add a couple of tickers in this list. I want to add definitely Baidu. I want to bring in Facebook, Google, Netflix, and one more. Yes, we will talk about all those factors, Krishna. No. The F, we can talk about F and M. MU is here. MU is here. TTD, we can talk about TTD. But again, guys, Lucid is here. Somewhere here. No. Let's see what's. See, we cannot have so many tickers. We cannot have so many tickers. But what we can do is we need to choose what are the best tickers here. Baba is there, Bank of America or JPM, definitely. So I'll clean this up. Caterpillar has done its job for 225 now. BA is still open. BA also did the job. So Amazon, I just want to cut one and bring back PayPal. D-Dog. No, I want to be focused on stocks where we can have actual good movements. We can have Roku. Baba is good, MU is good, Baidu is good, Facebook good, Google, Snow Shop, Nvidia tip. UPST and TSM are two things. Okay. So Roku is there. Lucid is also good. Let's see if we can take out any of them. DKS. I'm just making a notes. We can go through all of them tonight. Amazon is, I know. Kushi like Schwab, I know, but like if I do like this, there will be 2,000 stocks. So we cannot do 2,000 stocks. We need to be very choosy. If we flow all over the place, then at the end of the day, we'll be making nothing. We need 2 or 3 good citers. Okay. I'm just making notes. I might end adding few things. Hi, Chris. Hi, Rajesh. So let's wait and see what we can do. So it's almost 10:30 now. I can get started. Few things which I wanted to discuss first regarding the ES, and then we'll take it from there. I'll be a little quick so that we can have some discussion because I have to resume my office in the morning, so I'll be quick. First and foremost thing, guys, this 4779 has been a pain, and this is an evening star on the daily candles. And as a result of the evening star, we are struggling at 4668. 4668 is an important number. It is an important number. We got rejected, and this is a 78.6 Fibonacci. Let me remove the volume for now. So this is an important area. Today, we came down, we made a lower low, 1, 2, 3. Like if you start from here, we are making lower 1. This is lower 1, lower 2, lower 3, lower 4, lower 5. And this is high 1, high 2, high 3, high 4, high 5. So from 5 lows, 5 highs. Look at the candle length. This was massive, then small, and now it's kind of a hammer. Supposedly, one thing you need to understand that 4668 has been a very good grinding ground in the past. It's repeating the same thing. If we lose this on the closing basis, okay, Friday we closed right on this point. If we lose this in the closing basis, then we have no way to stop. We will come down all the way to 4519. So this is weak. We might lose this, we might come all the way. But one thing you all need to remember is they still have to pour in $120 billion before January 15th. This money is still due. I'm trying to open a link where we can see FOMC balance sheets. Why is not generating the chart? I wanted to show you the Federal Reserve balance sheet where we can see the next iteration of okay, I'll find it out and share it to you because I use a separate report for it. FOMC is Federal Reserve, Chris. So they still have that $120 billion to spend in this month of January. As of now, it was clearly like in the market, it was clear that that money was not coming. If that money is not coming, we had a good drawdown, especially in the tech sector, because all of that money was going into the tech sector. So that money definitely did not came into the market. Now we have this week. If money has to come, this will be the week where that money will come. So I'll be very, very skeptical of anything underneath 4668 to be a sharp downturn, and then we can have a quick bounce as well, because that money can come. So if you are shorting, make sure you capture your stop losses pretty quickly, because it might go down all the way here. Like previously it came in this area and found the support right in this area, which is around 46.10, 46.20 area. 46.10 to 46.20 area. It might find a support to bounce. If it bounces, it means that Fed money is coming into the picture. If it does not bounce, it means Fed is still at the backstick and they are not adding any new money as of now. So if we had to fall after this evening star, we could have fallen by now to 4581, because the length of this candle is then the next step. The fall is about at least the same length. That has not happened. Plus, this is going smaller and smaller. So kind of saturation is also happening. So need to be careful. If we get 4668 and above, we might try to recapture 4710. And that will happen because of the Fed money. If that is not there, we are losing it. So I'm going to be very clear. 4668, I am neutral. Above 4668, I am buying with a very tight stop loss of 4650. Target is 4710, which is the 12 EMA. And in case it tries its best, it can go best to this area. Previous all-time high, 47.43. Possibility is 50% here. Short evening star, sell below 4668. So below, if it goes, that's your stop loss. That's your like trading point. Right now it's below that area, and your stop loss is 4680. You might, this will be the second target now. You might stop at 4610. And again, this is a 50% chance. So I am neutral to negative. It's an evening star continuation. The possibility of ES hitting this area is equal to possibility of ES hitting. Let me just remove this. Possibility of ES hitting this is also there. Okay. So we need to be very careful. If it holds above 4668, you might see, if you see a quick move up, like if you break it down to 30 minutes, you see throughout Friday, this is Friday, right? This is Friday. It was trying to hold this 4668 area. It was trying to hold. In the morning when it opened, it came down all the way, went down to 4653, made the double bottom right there, and then went up. And then throughout the day, it held through it. Closed right on that number, but it managed to hold this 4668. And one important thing, you see, this is a half an hour, 30-minute time frame candle, and this is a clear, like it will give you a clear idea where the market is heading if you want to trade the futures. You see right here, the green line is downwards, and since it is downward, you have not seen a closing right from this point, any green closing above the 34 EMA. It's trying to come, or it went up, but it could not find a closing above this. Now it is getting a, and it was losing the closing above the 12 EMA as well in the last 10, 12 candles of 30 minutes. First time it's making that candle higher. It is still time, but this, if it candles goes up to 4668, this will become a morning star on the 30-minute, and it will hit 4673 and then 4690. So there is a possibility we might bounce before the morning. What happens in the morning session is a separate story, but we might bounce because it is setting up in that level. If we had to fall, we would have fallen by now, just to be honest. The sentiment was negative, yes. So I'm just spending few more minutes on this because it is giving a clear picture on ES. Okay, so here, if it goes below, I'll be seller. So right now it's showing me a positive intent, so I'm not going through here. But if you want to short, you can short it here. I'll be a buyer right now for this range, looking for 4710. That's my ES. Then NQ or Q, triple Q. I'm just going to cover NQ here. So even last time we talked about NQ, that NQ have to manage 15,600. It managed to had a closing around 15,571, which was a bad closing. But look at the close today, the low today. The low here is 15,510, and today is 15,515. So there is a no new low. This is low, but this is not a new low. It's higher than this low. It's finally making a higher low, which is 1 plus point in this chart on NQ. The trend is definitely negative, and we have seen the rejection from this area, this trend line. We failed to hold on to this line. We coming here, it's coming to a strong support around 15,400, 15,500. If we lose this, then we can have a massive drop. But right now it's coming in that area where it should bounce. And it's showing that right now. So I'll be again cautious on NQ. It's framing a base. If you lose this area, it can be very, very negative. If it holds up, this is the area to bounce. Okay, it's, if you look at this chart, it's making something like this. Every time it's coming in this area, it has seen a bounce, and this bounce is sharp. The bounce is sharp. So possibility of a sharp bounce is there. That's NQ. Okay. So people who are interested, make sure that 15,500 is your stop loss if you're looking at NQ. Below that, you need to just short, simply short, and this is 15,500. That is the stop loss for longs on NQ. If you lose this, the story is done. First target is 1577 and 15,996. This can be there because there's enough gap between the candles and the EMA. So possibility of it testing that as well is there. When it comes here, this will be the perfect time to short again. But this is not a good time to short. And one thing you need to remember, in a negative market, The bullish candles are very sharp and very strong. They may not sustain, but when they are there, they are going to be very sharp. It may be for a day or maybe day for a half, but it's going to be sharp. All right. So I'm moving towards QQQ. Removing the volume. Exactly similar chart what we had in NQ. It's forming the same thing. Like if this is the channel, it comes here, fails, comes down. Fails to break down, goes up. Comes here, fails to break down, goes up, fails to break out, comes down. Now it should bounce from here. This is an important area. If it loses this, it's going to hit 366. Okay. But as of now, looking at the channel, it should bounce. So again, I'm going to take two trades here. One is bullish, one is negative. But my bias is towards positive for now. And I want to go with a stop loss right here, 380.39. I want to buy above this line and go to 382, 383. My simple logic is the candles are away from the EMA. They need to come back and meet them. So there's a very high possibility that yes, we might see an uptrend towards 388, 387 and then go big down. And that's what I'm saying. That $120 billion money is still there. That can push it up. You may not find that move coming to you, but it will come. And I want to buy above 380.39. My stop loss will be Friday's low, 378. 378. Target is 38367. 38367. 38271. And one more target is, like if it goes here, I'm looking at the height 387. 387. Again, both of them, I would like to give 60-40 because I'm still bullish. 50-50 doesn't make sense. And on the selling side, I want to go below 383.9. If it sustains, stop loss will be 38271. Target is 37579, which is right there. And then 373. Yep, so it's there. So that is done on ES and QQQ. Now, based on this, we need to decide on the move towards Apple, Amazon, Facebook, AMD, whatever tech stocks we have in that direction. But I'm not going to incline myself in the tech stocks only. We have BA now. So BA trying its best, like at 190, it had this morning star, and since then it is a continuation from 0% to this 0%. There are two Fibonacci's here. So from here to all the way to 218, which was a previous level. Now 218 is going to be a tough nut to crack for BA. But if market remains strong, BA is going to be the strongest of them, BA, Caterpillar, both. So the trend is finally changing here. If you look at the inside of the weeks, this was a good green candle on the weekly basis. It almost closed on the 34 EMA. Now I want to go long about 216. and will go for 222. Or I want to go above 218.91 and then 216 will be my stop loss for BA. So BA is positive. I want to go high above 218.91. Stop loss is 216. Target is 221.91. And then 225 should be my second target. Once I cross this, I want to look at this area. 229, 228.89. So there's a good possibility on BA. I'm still giving 60% on this because it usually fails most of the time. So if it works out, it should work out good. Caterpillar is really, really good. And it's coming to that area of 225, which it has been like consolidating for more than 3 months. The trend is positive and it's looking really, really good on the weekly candles. We had a massive move on this right here. So I want to enter into this position for sure, but I want to have a position above 225 because it has failed 225. It has not reached 225. Second thing is I want to use the volume profile here, especially for Caterpillar. The Caterpillar, if comes in this area, it will smoothly go up. Look at the consolidation here. So this consolidation is really, really good for Caterpillar. That's the reason it was not falling down. This consolidation helped it to hold in this area. Now it's coming in this area where 222.5 is the base of the shelf. And it's also the low here. This one. 225, you see on this purple bracket, you see 225.5. That should be your stop loss. And if it crosses 225, you should enter into this position. The Caterpillar positive by above, even BH should be above. And anybody trading futures, keep an eye on ES. If it goes above 4668, it will be a quick move up. It's trading 4668. If it crosses 4668, it will be quick push to 4680, 4690 by 225. Stop loss 222.5. Target is 233. And I'm giving 70%. Apple or Amazon, what should I pick? I don't want to use Amazon at all. Like sometimes I feel every time I'm trading Apple or Amazon, there should be a slap coming from the laptop. Give it to me and just tell me, do not trade Amazon. It's not the trade. It's holding this 34 EMA, Apple. So 170.72 should be good enough as a stop loss. I would like to enter into Apple if it, because this was the least of the weakest stock, least of the weakest. So if there is strength, Apple will regain the strength. So the stop loss here is, or instead of Amazon, Apple. I'm still keeping it neutral. Test of 34 EMA. Buy near 172.31. Stop loss is this one, 170. And this should be the first target and the second target. 72. 173.54. 175.66. About 60% because I'm neutral here. PayPal is trying its best to hold on to that, like 188. It's an inside day, not clean, but it's an inside day. But here the problem is, after a clear consolidation between the 12 and the 34 EMA, it's losing that. It's making an inside day. Thursday it was looking good, came all the way 194, but failed. Today it's losing that 188 area, which has been acting as a good support. If you want to really add PayPal, and if you see the market is moving higher, I would love to short this around 194, 195. But in between, if you want to trade this, because I'm not going to post this into my list, if it goes above 190, you can go for 195. That's the best it can do right now. This is the best. It has struggled in this area a lot. So the best I would trade here is this. If it bounces above 190, go towards 194, 195. That's the best it can do. So only for $3, $4, I'm not trading this. So it's out from my list, and I can pick from any of them. I can pick ServiceNow. Let's see what's there in the ServiceNow. ServiceNow is an inside day, and usually it's a very good mover, a very big mover. It's at a very important support away from the 12 EMA. So the possibility of bounce is there if it crosses 573, because it's coming from top of the tree, making it's making what kind of, no, it's not making any pattern, but it's coming out of this rectangular consolidation and broke down. Now, if it loses this 554 area, it will make new lows. But if it regains this green line, which is above 574, it might try to move towards 600. ServiceNow. So I'm just taking a neutral stance on ServiceNow. Rest of support. Buy above 574, stop loss 565. Target towards, first one is this 589, 611. Then we have Roku. Roku has like lost all the levels of support which it had. Like this is a clear M pattern. It might even, I'll not be surprised if it might come down into 50s or 60s. But looking at the candles here, this is the area in the, like, if you look at the weekly candles, it broke really badly here. The only plus point is that 175 was a previous all-time high in 2019, where it failed, and on Friday it almost came close to that. So if it has to bounce, that is the area it should bounce. Otherwise, it's gonna go bang down. So 4668. See, 4668 is captured. You will see a quick move upwards. So if somebody wants to try ES options, let me just give you one. Pick up for Wednesday because I don't want to draw it tomorrow. Pick up ESH22 for Wednesday. They will be a little expensive, but buy for 46.80. It's trading at $21, $22. And you can sell 47.10, make a spread. If you really want to do futures, you can do this. So Roku is this area very clearly. If it has to bounce, it should bounce here. Otherwise, it's a done story. All the levels have lost. I'm going to delete this and make once again. I'm taking a 5-year chart, 3-year weekly chart. So I'm going to start drawing the regression channel. Low from $38 right there. And you see, even from that channel, it's getting rejected right at this. It's getting support at this level. So I assume that if Roku has to bounce, it will bounce from here. Otherwise, it's a gone story. Okay, now how would I draw a Fibonacci here? I have to draw Fibonacci retracements here because I do not have any bounce. I'm starting from the top, taking it to the low of this. And let me fix the numbers properly. The high here is 49076. And low here is 17861. This is going to be my stop loss. If we have to bounce, this will be the area. That's the one big retracement chart from the top to the bottom. Now, I also want to do a retracement chart from here. And I'll tell you why I'm doing that. $178.61 and high here is 350.6. So I'm keeping two Fibonacci here. One is the smaller one, retracement from here to here, and one is from the all-time high, just to have a clear idea of what are the possible bounce positions. Now, this is telling me that I could actually bounce to 213, which is the 12 EMA, and I am right at the support of this regression channel bottom, which is a 5-year channel. So if it doesn't bounce here, as I say, it can come down to 50. I will not be surprised. So 175, 176 is an extremely important area for Roku. So I'm going to trade a long position here in Roku. I'm still calling it neutral. Buy above 182. Stop loss 178.61. Target is 190. And if market supports, you will be surprised. It can actually jump towards this 196, 65. If it move, it will move in and I'm 70% confident on this. Second thing is we can also check the black box for this. Roku. So you see humongous amount of puts were sold here. That's like 160 puts. They are sold because this was 182. It's 3.1, 3.14, 3.1, 3.1, 3.1, 3.1, 1.1, 3.2, 3.1, 3.4. But the dollar amount is not significant. But there are many trades on Roku 160 put. So if 178 loses, because this is not giving a clear picture, the drop could be significant to 160. Second thing, this is 107, so I don't care about 107. 170 puts 4.5, 4.2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. 170 puts, they're kind of sold because the premium is lost. So most likely they were sold. And look at the IV. Here IV was almost 97. And here by the time it came, the IV was 86. So definitely they were sold. 170 puts. 180. This is 17. That's not it. So I think that's about it on Roku. It's a really important number, 178.6. If it loses this, it's a gone story. Let's keep an eye on 46682. This is giving you a trade. If somebody wants to pick it up, 4680, you can pick it up and you can see a quick move towards 4690 area. Pick up any trade you want in futures. If you can do futures, if you cannot do futures, then avoid it. But pick it up for Wednesday. At least you will have some time. Monday, if somebody wants to try a lotto, they are expensive, so there's no point. But if you want to try Wednesday or Friday, you will have some return on this. 4680 or 4700, whatever you want to trade. All right. Then we have Baba. Baba is one of my best setups. Baba on Friday tested 132 and then retraced from it. Could not close above it, but that's fine. Now a move over 132 should be really good for Baba. And looking at the Chinese market, it's there. So buy above 132. Stop loss will be pretty confined here, which is, let's take this box, 131. So very small risk reward, and target will be 139, 146. This is one of the best trades, Baba. MU. MU allowed the EMA to come and test it. So it's it's outside bearish candle. So if it loses 93, it can come down and test 88.94. But I would like to buy here again because this is in a positive momentum. And if market moves higher, this will be the first stock to move higher. Friday it got decimated really hard, but it's there. So 93.45 is my stop loss in case of MU. And this is like, if the market is falling and the stock is still holding it's in the positive trend. So this equation remains the same. Then I want to include Baidu, similar to Baba. Baidu has 157.47 area as a struggle point, but it had this clear inverted head and shoulders. So I'm gonna just draw this. It's trying to break out. It can easily hit this one above 38. It can go to 60% very easily, which is 165. So 157 is my area to jump in. It's positive for sure, with inverted head and shoulders. By above one, and it will most likely open above this because Chinese market is showing some strength. Target is 161, 165, 161.43, 165. Again 70%. Stop loss will be the close. The close is am I doing something wrong? The close here is 153. 153. So this is all good for Baidu. Facebook was really strong, but again Facebook failed from that 338 area. I discussed that with my Telegram channel, that 338 area is a painful area for Facebook. It got rejected right from that area, 338.88, and then came down. Still the trend for Facebook is positive. It's making an inside day. So any move it gets above 334 should be positive for Facebook. So Facebook is one of the better tech stocks if it has to go. Remember, there's a 50 billion buyback in Facebook. So it's happening if it's coming around that area. So 320 area is really strong for Facebook. 334.62. Stop loss will be 331. Target is 338.88. 3429. I am 70% confident of Facebook. Google has seen some serious repercussions. It had this big loss of 28.97. Once it did, the trend is negative now in Facebook, in Google. But again, it's way too above, way too far from the channel. It's clearly a meltdown in Google. So it is an important area. If it loses this, it might come down to fill the gap at 25.70. So 200 points. So if it has to bounce, that's the area for it. Otherwise, it's going to lose some serious support areas in terms of Google. So I'm not positive. I'm just giving a neutral because I was short on Google since 2900. Now it has fallen off enough. So I just want to give one bounce on this. Buy near 2750. Stop loss 2715, which is the previous day low. Target is 2800. 28.45. I'll be shorting Google around 28.45 for sure. I'm just giving them neutral just because they have fallen enough. Again, the similar consolidation and then fell. Netflix had a clear head and shoulders right there and lost this trend line, fallen enough. The negative trend was right there. It's bounced right from this trend line. and it's trading below this. If it bounces above, it might try to come down and test the EMA because it's enough away. Plus, like similarly here, it's coming on the support. It's coming on the support. So if it moves higher, only above 553, it can be a mover. Like it has to give 2% move to 549 is a stop loss. And 561. Again, I will not be picking Netflix as a choice of trade. 567. It has earnings coming next week. People might expect it might give you a move, but you may be surprised it may not give any move. But anytime it loses 553, it's short. Snow has been really decimation. It's a clear triangle breakdown. And I'm still finding the flows in, let me just remove all the drawings here. Remove drawing, remove the drawing. Make some new levels on this. This is 1 year chart. Let me make 5-year chart. Okay. Let me start from the regression channel. Let me start from here. So this is the regression channel. I'm extending to the right. Now the support is right here. I think this is the good area of Fibonacci retracements. Let me just see the low, 286. 86. High is 405. So it's a very, very important area. It's like at the bottom, it making a finally a higher high and higher low, which shows closed above the trend line, the test of support. So 322 is a possibility on Snow with a stop loss of 292. Snow still neutral, but test of support here. Buy above 305, stop loss 296, target 322, 322, 60%. I did explain about the Roku Fibonacci retracement because it has fallen down to so low levels. I do not have anything for the extensions. That's why I took retracements. I took 2 retracements because the first retracements were creating too big of Fibonacci. It was difficult to trade. In between, futures are moving 73. As I said, it's going to move up to 46.90. If you were in 46.80, that was 22. Now it's 23.50. If you were in 4,700, it was $12.20. It's now $14. Anybody who wants to trade futures can go long still. You will, to your surprise, market will go up. First, because we still have that $120 million pending. Then we have Shopify. I want to be quick. It's already late. Shopify has, like, this is 1148. This is the baseline for me in Shopify. If it loses this, end of story. Friday, it came all the way down to 1121. Now, it has definitely made lower lows, lower highs. Negative trend for sure, it's right there. But if it has to bounce, this is the area for the bounce. Because there's enough of a movement, almost like 40% cut from 17 in a straight line. And on the weekly candles as well, you see a massive deep down cut, completing a M pattern. This is the same pattern you will see in Roku, you will see in Moderna, you will see in a couple of stocks which have followed the direction. So like Roku, I'm saying that's the area to bounce. If it does not bounce here, it's the end of the story. It might do a dead cat bounce towards 1200. So Shopify 1148 above, again neutral, buy above 1148, stop loss 1121. Target is 1183. That's it. 1250 if it comes. 1222. If something has to bounce, Roku, Shopify, both can bounce really, really strongly. Nvidia, this is the first chip stock after MU. Nvidia or AMD. Nvidia had a bearish engulfing candle for sure. But now looking at the market, trend is negative, bearish engulfing clearly tells you to sell. So point is, do you want to sell here or do you want it to come to 281? I would like to sell this here about 281 or 288. So I would like to ride the bounce and then sell it. Again, I'm neutral on Nvidia, but I would like to add it above 275. I'm just doing this neutral because I want it to go higher so I can sell. You might wait for 281, keep stop loss of 282 and do sell. It's a choice. UPST, I don't want to trade, so I can pick up Disney, Airbnb, or Uber, all the same things. Disney is finally moving above 154 and the trend is changing positive. I'll be going long in Disney. Disney could be a really, really good stock in this time with 156 stop loss. So Disney is positive for me. 154 is the stop loss. Buy near 156 to 158. That's the area. Target is 164. 164 and 167. 164 is the gap, 163.96, and then it's going higher from there towards 167. Last ticker which I had was TSM. Again, in the chip stocks, TSM and MU are the two strongest. After a year of consolidation, it went up, could not sustain, came down. This is the area I would love to add above 124. If it sustains above 124, it's good. Otherwise, it's not a trade because it's coming back. It could be a false breakout. So I'm not including in this my list, But if it sustains above 124.41, it could be a good potential winner. Otherwise, it's a false breakout. I want to pick up Lucid here. Tesla is left. I want to add Tesla. So Lucid, like I never short this company. Lucid again came into that 35, 36 area and then bounced right from it. Closed above the 12 and 34, could not close above this. I want to have a closing or move above 42.67 in Lucid. It's a positive, but not a breakout. By above 42.67. Target is 45 and 49. Stop loss in this will be 40.1. Yes, I'm going to cover Tesla because I'm also holding a position of Tesla. So Tesla made a lower low, lower high, lost the channel, lost the 34 EMA. So I wanted to recapture 34 EMA, 146. Because previously when it went high, I said if it comes around this regression channel, I'll be good to buy it. If my estimates are right, this is clearly making an inverted head and shoulders. Shoulder 1, head, shoulder 2. If we get above 1046, we will hit this one and this one. Today's low or Friday's low should be our stop loss. Which is 1010 should be our stop loss. Or in fact, close should be our stop loss, 1027. Tesla is still neutral. Buy above 1046, stop loss 1026. Target is 1069. 1100 is a round number. Alrighty, so this is pretty much it from me. Let me clean it up. Which tickers we have? We have now. This is we discussed. Disney we discussed. So we need to discuss all of this. So in between, let me share the Zoom link with all of you. You can join in there and we can go through all these stickers one by one. I'll be doing a quick analysis on them and then you can pick them up. Don't worry about the lock period, Sanjeev. Sometimes we think too much and then we lose the sense of the company. So Moderna, first is Moderna, has an inside day. And whoever is asking these questions, please come online on Zoom and then we can discuss. Anybody wants to ask something, please raise your hand so that I can open up the mic for you. Hi, Nitesh.
Hi, Paji. I shared a chart on UPS in our channel. That's a weekly chart for UPS, and it looks like it's making a inverted head and shoulder, and it's about to break out the previous all-time high.
It's looking clear inverted head and shoulders for sure. And UPS has a good momentum as well.
Yeah.
And even on the daily, it's making inverted head and shoulders.
Yeah,
That's fine. Weekly is much more clear.
clear. Yes.
So yes, it's an excellent trade. I can include this into my list as well.
Yeah.
Make it 20. And it can reach the levels, as I need to draw the Fibonacci. Let me draw the Fibonacci extensions here.
Mhm.
Let me draw it from here. If I draw it from the top of this, a high is 219.57. Let me just 219.59. Low is 158.7. And low here is 177. Yep. So it's a breakout above 218. 217, 216 is a breakout area. If it hold that, yes, it's a breakout with inverted head and shoulders. Targets is 225 and 238. Let me add. UPS. And with it, FedEx is also moving.
Yes.
They are moving because there's also a rotation from tech to Dow stocks, and Dow is looking much stronger. So keep that in mind. If Dow loses the traction, these stocks will not move.
Mhm.
So let's try with all-time high. If it breaks our all-time high, then let's go for it. Stop loss in this case will be 217.48. Target is 2499, and maybe here 230. Okay, and this is 70%. It's a breakout.
And the other one I heard was mRNA, which had a tight inside day. Maybe that should be a good day trade for Monday, whichever way it breaks
Moderna
out.
has an inside day for sure, but
Yeah.
Moderna is mostly on the news sites. Like if you see, it's a similar pattern to Roku and to Nvidia, all of them. It's making M,
Mhm.
again making M, and every time it's making M, it's going down.
Yes. Yes.
And it closed below this 215 area, which has been a big support.
Mhm.
So previously I said anytime it comes around 290, sell it. But I need to see if it holds this area or if it loses this. If it
Okay.
loses this, 172, 173 can easily be there in Moderna. For me,
Yeah.
it should not be in 3 digits. It should be in 2-digit company.
Right. I was thinking of 172 as of now, maybe for this week.
172, yes, it should come 172. But if it moves back, like somewhere there's a news, it can open like $20 up. You never
Right.
know.
Right. Right.
But again, if it comes to 237, sell it.
Mhm.
Anytime it goes up, sell it.
Right. Yeah. That kind of stock it is actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. And RCL, they had a news today that they are like closing down or due to this uh,
Virus.
Omicron virus. So maybe it's a short.
See, it will open down.
Yes.
And by
Yes.
the time we will
Definitely.
enter, the option premiums will be really high. It's
Right.
the inside day. Again, it's an inside day. Break of 34, which is around 77,
Hmm.
86. I think it will open 3-4% down already.
Easily. Easily. Yes.
If it opens down, then we don't have anything to play for. Because these stocks are usually 5-7% down, and by that time premium is so high, even if we enter, we'll not make too much money.
Yeah,
So
that's true. That's true.
let's see what happens there on RCL.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's all. That's all I had.
no
Buddy.
problems. Thank you very much. Hi, Manoj.
Navalji, I had just one stock, which is JPM.
Yes, we are going into JPM. So JPM is in positive territory, but it's facing resistance from this green line, 168. You see, it's getting rejected here once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. If it crosses and holds this 168, you will have more chances of it going up. Somehow, if it loses that, because on Friday the employment number was so bad, so pathetic, that possibility of having a higher interest rate immediately in March, I think that will have some impact on it.
So
Some
the
reason for that.
earning on Friday.
See, I never play banks earning because
I will not, right? I'm just saying.
no, I'm saying banks earnings I never play, because even if you play long or short, you are always going to lose. They are premium killers 99.9% of the time, banks. If you want to play for the run in the earnings.
Yeah, I have 5 options for 170 call for 21. 121.
See, brother, you can take it until I think their results are on
Wednesday, I'm
Thursday.
thinking to sell it.
It's on 14th, right? So on Thursday morning, it's there. Wednesday close, just sell it. You will get the best value.
Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah, thank you.
No problems. So Moderna we discussed. JPM we discussed. We have Neo. Neo along with all the Chinese stocks. I think it's time for it to come back. It lost at 38 and now it's kind of making somehow inverted head and shoulders. It's not a cleaner version, but it's somehow making that up. If it is there, then we can move up. So it needs to recapture this 30 area. If it does, then yes, it's a move. Otherwise, there's no trade in Neo. I'm not going to short this at this time because it's too much down to short. Hi, Sridhar.
Hi, Naval boy. I had questions about Shopify and Tesla. So when do you think these stocks can come down? Like Shopify has come from 300 till this range, and Tesla is like too expensive. So what do you think about it?
See, all those valuations will come into matter as soon as that Fed money will stop. So till the moment that money is not stopping, you will not have any issues. They will try to sustain it in maybe a range of 1100, like say Shopify 1100 to 1400. They'll try to do that. Once that money is stopped and they start to unwind, this might come into 3 digits, 800, 700. That's a clear possibility. Same for Tesla. Amazon may not do that. Amazon only may go up to 26, 2700. But these companies, because they got huge amount of money in them, they will lose that kind of money. Because remember, we have to take out come on. Fed has to take out $8.6 trillion. This money will come from somewhere. They are going to mature bonds early. This will start, as of now, looking at the job numbers, they may go down for maybe September of this year to do the unwinding, and interest rate to June instead of March. But it all depends on the macro numbers now. You will not have cleaner move higher side. You will have sharp ups followed by declines. Sharp up followed by declines. So it's a sell on rise market.
Yeah, thank you, Naval bhai. I got it.
Okay, no problem. Hi, Santoshi.
Hello, Naval bhai. How are you, bhai?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. I wanted to know about the Qualcomm, Naval bhai. It seems like
I don't know the Qualcomm. I can only share what I can see. It's struggling
So
from 185 area.
exactly. But last Wednesday it touched 190 some area, and it really pulled back and it went to red.
It's a breakout which could not sustain. Now it's coming to an area which is this red line, 178.54. That's a extremely important support. You see,
Yep.
It has not tested that support since it had a massive breakout.
Correct.
Right now, if it fails here, it will lose that entire momentum and then come dragging down. If it holds it, it will try to regain 185 area, and then from 185 area above, it has some strength.
Okay, got you. Yep. Yeah, I was thinking the same. Yeah, thank you.
All the chip stock, like we discussed, MU, TSM, AMD also. AMD 130.4 is an important area. Again, if you look at the Roku chart, it's exactly similar, making an M. It might come down to 100 if it starts. If you compare this chart with Roku, let me just show you. This is, let me clean it up. Look at the similarity. You will find this setup in multiple charts. M right here. Right, and then fall, a big fall.
Got it.
If it does not, like here it went up and then fall. Here, if it goes up and doesn't hold, it will come down crashing to 100.
Okay.
You will see the same setup in Nvidia. There are many stocks like this.
Okay. Thank you, Naval bhai.
No problems. But just wait for the confirmations.
Yep.
Hi, Mr. Paibel.
I know, bhai. So, shit. Can you see about Adobe? How do you look?
Adobe is, there's so many Fibonacci for me in Adobe. Let me remove some. It's an important area, 509. Already lost like 30% from here, right from this point, 650. It's an important area, 509.
Okay,
It
so
should
we
not
need to
lose
wait.
It should not lose this on the closing basis, meaning like it should not close below this.
Okay.
If it closes below this, then it will go further down to 468.
Oh, okay.
509 is really important.
Okay, and what about Plato networks, PANW?
It's also failing. It's like facing resistance from this dark red line. It's trying to hold, but it's failing. It's still in the positive momentum, But look at this curve. It's kind of now getting flat. It was
Okay.
moving higher and higher. It's now getting flat. So if it could not hold, it's like of a hammer, inverted hammer here. If it could not get 533, 536 area, it will come down.
Oh, okay. Okay, and how do we know that it is a part of S&P 500 or NASDAQ or something?
You can search in there, components.
Oh, okay. In the product depth, you meant to say?
Go to visualize.
Oh, okay. Here and there. Okay, fine.
You
Sorry.
can check. Click here. You can search if that company is there, or you can
Okay.
simply go to Google and search it. You will find it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, that's fine. Because I was thinking that S&P 500 will go because it's going up, and because I mean its trend is down, right? It's coming down. So
See, S&P is going up because of Microsoft, Microsoft, Tesla, Apple. Those were the companies, and Nvidia. They were moving it. Like if you go to Finviz heat map,
yeah, it's like they have like big right.
no, check
Almost.
1 year performance. Look at, and this was moved by Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, Google, Tesla, McDonald's, and you can compare that. If
Okay.
any of these companies will move, it will have impact as compared to that company.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
no problems. Hi, Richard.
Hi, Naval. How are you?
I'm
Hope
doing
you had a
good.
good weekend.
Yes,
Thank you again for doing this. I really appreciate it.
thank you.
And I really appreciate you just sharing some of the tough stuff that you're going through too, because this trading stuff it's not easy. So I'm glad that I'm not the only one feeling the pain.
No, see, Richard, that's the fact. If we not share, we'll not talk to each other, we'll keep on putting stress on ourselves. When we start sharing our pain, then we see that others are also struggling, and then we try to address the same problem. We get better confidence. We get a positivity. That's why I do it. And that's why I encourage people, if you make money, it doesn't matter you share it or not. If you're losing trades, come out and tell that you're losing trades, so that each and everyone who can contribute will come up and try to share their views on the same thing. And that will help. More than one eye on a single thing is always better. And I'm glad you're doing the same thing. You're coming up with your charts. We discuss, you put up the charts, and I also try to respond as much as I can.
Oh yeah, totally. No, you've been super generous and kind with your time, and I know you have a busy life as well. So don't feel obligated that you have to respond every time I post something. I'd be happy to share my screen if you give me the controls, and
Sure.
I can show you some of the charts that I'm looking at, and then you can kind of tell me what
Go
you
ahead.
think.
Now.
Okay, you see my first chart here, Berkshire.
Yep.
Okay, so this one has just really broken out.
All
from,
because of Apple and Bank of America.
I think he also had Coca-Cola too. So,
but like Bank of America had a substantial move. Like you cannot expect Bank of America to move like that.
So what, you think it's gonna maybe have a reversion here back to?
It might consolidate here, but I don't think so. It's gonna pull back considerably, because Bank of America will gain substantially. Just remember one thing: we still have that capital in the market, which may not go to tech, but will go into these companies. It may come out from Apple after the years, because most likely Apple will not be able to beat the earnings, or even if they beat, it's going to be already priced in. So money will come out from Apple, but will definitely go to Bank of America, Caterpillar, Coca-Cola, Johnson & Johnson, Walmart, and he has shares in all those companies.
So if I were to draw the extensions, how does that look to your eyes? If I take it from this low of October 2020,
Mhm.
kind of up to this high of May of 2021, and then this kind of consolidation for the whole since May of
About 6
2021.
months.
Yeah. May to December, just kind of
It's
nothing.
exactly similar to, can you do the comparison chart like back to back in the same screen?
With
Add Bank of America here.
okay. Let me do. Okay. Okay.
It's almost somewhat similar.
Yeah, yeah, I see.
But it had like both things here. It has, the biggest one is Apple
Uh-huh.
in its state, and then just add Apple. You will
Okay.
see the impact of it on this.
Yeah. I mean, this was the big breakout from Apple here.
And that was because of that news on Apple cars, which are not coming in like until 2025. So this valuation will be tested.
Okay. Okay, another one that I was looking at is another Berkshire stock. This is a DaVita, DVA, sorry. This is like a
It's a
this is like-
hospital something, right?
yeah, it's like hospital dialysis.
Yes, I've seen their offices nearby my home.
So what I noticed, I put this into the chart, into the group there, but I noticed this abandoned baby on the weekly chart that happened at the end of November. And so that really signified a big trend reversal, you know, and I think you're the one that first talked to me about this abandoned baby pattern, but you said how powerful it can be, right? So does that look like a weekly abandoned baby to you?
It was, and it already gave you almost 20-30% move.
So the EMAs are still bearish, right? Like, so the EMAs crossed over here
Yes.
in October. And now last week we closed above the 34. This week we closed below the 34. So I don't know. My guess is maybe sideways consolidation, wait till the EMAs cross over, maybe pull back a little bit.
But like you see, when this abandoned baby happened, right? From that point onwards, usually like 3 to 4 candles you get with the momentum. So if I count.
So those are weekly candles. So these are daily candles. No,
you were in the weekly chart. So let's go in the weekly candles only.
Okay.
See, how many candles do we have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So fifth
almost
candle.
a daily job, I would say.
Okay.
But we need to find this kind of patterns. Like I used to have some scanners where I used to find all these patterns, but since I moved my laptop, I don't know where I moved those scripts. I need to spend some time to write those logics.
I mean, so I'm just looking back here at the DaVita chart. And so in this February 21, it also had this same abandoned baby off the 34 EMA weekly, and then pulled, did 1, 2, 3, 4 candles up, kind of 2 candles down, and then went on a big run. So, if I were to do some sort of a count of my, my Elliott wave, right? So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, you're not doing it properly. You need to also add the Fibonacci retracements here to do it properly.
Okay, so from here to here?
No, from 1 to 2, it should come down to 38.2 retracements.
Okay, so well, let's do it together.
Do you know the rules of Elliott wave? Because I used to do it very extensively, but it's like too time consuming, so I've stopped it. From 0 to 1, it's fine, but from 1 to 2, it should come down to 38.2 or max 61.8.
So you're talking about an extension or a retracement?
I'm talking about retracement.
Okay, so if I just do a retracement from the top to bottom, it retraced down to the 50 level or so, 50% retracement, 38.2 or 50.
38.1 is better, but it's fine. And then from 2 to 3, it should be more than 1 point. Now you should have extensions.
Okay,
From 0 to 1, 1 to 2, put an extension. So this is fine.
okay, so from the extension would be from here to here,
Mhm.
down to here, something like
Yes,
that.
it should be 161 at least.
Yep, 161. There it
That's
is.
perfect.
That's it hit that area, kind of met resistance.
Yes.
And
Now
then,
again, it should come down to at least 38.2.
okay, so that's a retracement. So something like that. Actually, where would I draw it from here to here?
Yes.
I see. Okay,
From 2
that
to
makes
3,
more
you should have the 4 should be at 30.8.
This one also similarly retraced down to the,
Towards 38, it's coming towards 38, right?
yeah, exactly. 38, 50, right in that, right
So
in
this
this level.
looks fine.
Okay,
And now 4 to 5 should be the smallest one. Now you should have a retracement extension from 2 to 3 to 4. It should be less than 161.
okay, so that would be from the
2 to
2,
3.
3, 4.
Yes.
Yeah, and this one only went to the 78. So this didn't go all the way past that, and then it slowed down.
Yep. And
So-
then we should have ABC. I don't see ABC here. No, after 1 to 3, you come down to ABC.
So I mean, is it possible we have an A, B,
No.
C?
No, that's a completely different Elliott wave now.
Okay. Okay. So the C of the wave, I mean, look at how low we've come back though. I mean, we've gone way below the beginning of this
It
trend.
failed right there at like from 5th on the top. Look at the 5th candle. It lost that 12 EMA on the top.
Mm-hmm. Are you saying up here? Yeah.
This one, yes.
Yeah.
It failed right there. Because then it never recaptured the 12 EMA.
Got it.
It failed, and then the 3 candles down, it also lost 34. And that was it, because it should have bounced like before 4 for ABC. It failed
Mhm.
right there. So you should now start from an again Elliott wave.
Okay.
But this one, like it's just the start. So you don't even know.
Okay, so then if I add the volume profile, what I noticed is like here, right here is where the shelf is, right? Like it really has no, this has been supported and it's gone up, and now we're kind of testing this shelf area here. So I guess one way to play it is if it starts breaking above this 116 area, which is the bottom of the 4th wave, that could potentially signal a move into this area up into like 125.
That's
So-
possible, yes.
Okay.
And it will be a quick move in that case. Because there's hardly any volume consolidation in this area towards 125, 126.
So if I move my volume profile closer in, I mean, it really is, a shelf in this area, not a lot of volume exploration, but then more up here.
Yes, so there's a quick move towards 120, 125, then consolidation, and then you can have a quick move towards 134, 35.
Got it. That was very helpful. The other one that I wanted to look at with you was Cisco. I also posted this in the channel. I can remove that thing. I don't need that there. But this one too looks like it's made a big move. It's moved a lot very quickly. And now it's starting to come back down. But it's got this weekly bullish trend is still pretty strong. On the daily, what I noticed is that it bounced right off the 34 EMA.
Yes.
So where would I draw the fib extensions here? So maybe like this is a base, this is a, so maybe if I
You
do
should
something,
try the base from here. Yes.
yeah, something like this, something like that.
Yes.
Right, it kind of based here March 2021. This, whatever candle that is, one candle drop, but then quick bounce back up. But then here's where it really topped out. So,
This looks fine.
so on this chart, it's right at this 0.618 level, finding support. So, I mean, what do you think here?
If it doesn't move above 61, which is a 12 EMA, 61.60, it can go down further.
So it's kind of in this intermediate zone, right? In
Yes, so
between the
it
two.
needs to either break out about 12 or break down below 34. It's in that zone. It may spend 1 or 2 more days here, and then you will be ready for a big move on either side.
And I've seen you do this before, where you do like a 2-day chart instead of like a 1 day, to kind of like see, when it's in decision, right?
Yes, so it's
So
like an inside day in 2 days.
yeah, so right, it seems like something is happening with Cisco here. I don't quite know what, but it's still looking bullish. I'm noticing the volume too, right? The volume
Because
is
the volume
picking
is
up.
going up, the volume is drying down. But it was the last week, so it's okay. We can ignore that. But yes, it's inside 2 days. So we need to be clear what's coming out of this breakout.
Okay.
Breakdown.
And then the last one is Sentinel-1, which is this new IPO. Well, I mean, recent IPO. It came out in
Again,
June.
making that M pattern.
Again, yeah, exactly. I was going to say this. I don't know how many of these we see, right? But it's a lot
the
of them.
pattern like which you will not find it because it's not double top. It's a clear M or W pattern. And when you see this, it's exactly similar to Roku, exactly similar, point by point.
Mm-hmm.
So it can further go down if we take that into queue.
Okay. The only thing that with this one, it's been catching some flow lately. So I've seen some option flow in this.
See, just to be honest, we saw the option flow for snow, humongous option flow for 370 called in March, then 350, then 320. It came down from 365 now below to 300. So I don't know, because flow can work for those people because they have huge investments. They can hold. People like us, we cannot hold the investment until that long.
So if I were to draw the retracement from way up here, I kind of get some levels. But if I were to draw the retracement,
you should not do retracements here. You should try. No, you don't have any choice.
Where do I draw? Where do I get any levels?
Retracement is the only choice.
So if so I was saying if I do this December 27, which is like this 54 level down to this 41.142 level, I mean, you get something, but it's, that's why I'm thinking maybe a short-term bounce to 47.
Also, it's making a morning star.
Yes.
So bounce might be there.
Good, Paul.
So
long trend down.
47 can easily be there. That's about 10% move.
Okay. And this could happen this week, right? This
Possibly
could be a short.
tomorrow.
Possibly. Okay. All right. Well, look, I'll add this one to my watch list. I'll post these charts if anybody is interested in following along. But
Yes,
again,
but
thank you again. It's been-
Morningstar usually like if they do the breakout, you will see one big candle. So if it starts to move, then you will see a move towards 47 maybe tomorrow.
Wow. Okay. And that's 50% retracement from this move down, which would
Yes,
be right at the
above
34.
46.2, it can easily go towards 47 and then come back and go for 49.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Good luck tomorrow.
All right, guys, it's almost too late for me. It's more than 12. I need to drop because I have to join my office tomorrow morning. So I need to leave at 7:30. I'll try my best to respond as much as I can. But all the very best. Let's take it slow and steady. It's going to be hard market to trade, just to be honest. I was in a little, I would say, easy mode right now, where you can just simply buy the dip and go up. This market is not going to be buy the dip and straight up. It will go up and come down, will go up and come down. So need to be very, very clear on what you are picking. Try not to have any kind of swings. They will be really, really difficult. If they work out in your direction, they'll be massive. If they do not work out in your direction, they'll be zero. So keep an eye very clearly. All right. Thank you very much. Have a great night and a great week ahead. I'm wishing you all the best so that you can all make good money for your families and do your best. Thank you very much and see you on tomorrow's night. Bye-bye. Good night.